Hello from San Antonio, this is Siren. Welcome back to another pick a card reading. Will we end up together? This reading is timeless. I'm using 4 different decks. Go to Universal, Hermetic, Muerte, and Gypsy Witch. I'll shuffle and pull 3 cards from each deck to form 4 different piles. All of my pick a card readings are for the general collective for entertainment purposes. If anything does resonate, that could be synchronicity. I am always available for private, in-depth readings, which I do on the webcam as pre-recorded videos. I leave the videos in the archives for 1 week. All of my information, including my PayPal address, is included in each and every description box. For the month of September, half-hour readings are on sale. Regular price $75, sale price $20. Uno más. Bueno. Uno, dos, tres. Uno, dos, tres. Uno, dos, tres. Uno, dos, tres. I made this candle a couple of hours ago. I got the yellow beeswax, a 1-pound bag at Amazon, and I used coconut oil from the store. So I mixed the beeswax and the coconut oil on the stove, removed it from heat, and added some green coloring. You can't really see the green coloring, it's very subtle. But I had bought it years ago when I was making bath bombs for family members for Christmas. And I used several drops of cotton candy scented essential oil that I had purchased several years ago for bath bombs. It smells really good. And I got the little glass jar at the grocery store. Got the wicks at Amazon. Oh, and I got this big bag of dried rose petals. And you can't really see the rose petals, but I sprinkled a few in there. Uno más. Bueno. Uno, dos, tres. 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 Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4. If you chose pile 1, here is your reading. Knight of Wands, 2 of Wands, Ace of Wands, that's a fiery start. Ace of Cups, looking good. Temperance, beautiful. The Star. 8 of Swords, that's Jupiter in Gemini. 5 of Swords, Venus in Aquarius. Justice, Libra. Ace of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords. I feel like you will end up with this person. There are challenges. That's with any relationship. Of course, there will always be challenges. Any relationship that's worth having, any relationship that's worth a damn, there will be obstacles, there will be challenges. This could be your person of interest, the Knight of Wands, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or Mars. All these aces. We have Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands. I think the Knight of Wands is all we have for court cards. You could be the Star. You could have some Aquarius in your chart. You probably do have some air in your natal chart with all of these swords. 5 of Swords twice. Okay. I feel like this connection is deeply felt. There is resonance here. This is not casual. It looks to me like this is on again, off again. This could be a roller coaster kind of relationship. Ace of Cups, unconditional love. 8 of Swords. You're both stuck in this energy. Whatever the problems may be, you can't let go. You're both energetically connected and attached to this connection. 2 of Wands, a crossroads. Maybe one or both of you decided at some point this was too difficult, this was too challenging, there were too many obstacles between you. Could be long distance. Could be other people involved, although that's not really indicated here. But there are some kind of complications, so you could have decided that you just didn't want to pursue this. But this is divine love in the center, temperance, divine love, divine balance. Even if communication may come in and go out, even if communication is imbalanced and it's sketchy at times, there is a desire from both of you to work on this. You both want a solid commitment. This person has tremendous respect and admiration from you. They probably watch you from afar, so definitely some social media lurking here. They probably look at their pictures of you quite often. Feel like you both want commitment, you both want marriage with each other. The problematic cards here are the Eight of Swords and the Five of Swords. Please clarify the Eight of Swords and Five of Swords in one card. Three of Cups. Either there is another person involved, and if there is, I see this as your person of interest, the Knight of Wands. They could be seeing this other person because it's easy and it is casual with this other person and it's not very deep. And they know that if they were to fully commit to you and this relationship, it would probably turn into marriage. It would be a serious commitment, and they aren't in the space. They aren't ready for that yet. It's either that, or it's just that this person is not ready to really commit to a serious relationship, period, right now. They could be dating various people or not dating at all, just going out with friends. It could be that they work hard, they have a stressful job, and after work, they just want to unwind. And they aren't in the space at this time for a serious commitment. But there is love here, unconditional love, and there is potential. Having Justice in the last row. The Star sandwiched between the Ace of Wands and Justice. So there is desire and there is unconditional love. Lots of respect, lots of admiration. So will you end up together? Probably, but not anytime soon. So that's the first pile. And if you chose pile 2, we have 5 of Wands, 7 of Wands, King of Swords, the Devil, 8 of Wands, 2 of Cups, 3 of Cups, Mercury in Cancer, Lord of Abundance, Princess of Wands, Princess of the Shining Flame, Knight of Wands, Sagittarius, Lord of Flame and Lightning, 6 of Cups, King of Swords, 4 of Wands. Yes, it looks like you will end up together. That's a pretty strong finish to end on the 4 of Wands. Stable foundation that can lead to a beautiful marriage. 11-11. Could be twin flames, soulmates or twin flames. But this is a deep connection. We have a lot of fire here. We have fire, we have earth, water, we have the swords, 2 of Cups, Whenever I see this many court cards in a spread, I see chaos, an excess of energy. So it could be multiple party, meaning you're with someone and your person of interest is with someone else and you aren't together, but you want to be together. Or it could just be that you and your person of interest have very complicated natal charts and very complicated lives, and you can't be together right now for whatever reason. Could be a matter of geography, long distance. Could be that one or both of you has children from a previous marriage and your children are your top priority and you can't just pick up and move because your kids are in school and there are other obligations. It could be a matter of one of you does not want to change your career at this point. Some kind of complication. But it's really hard to determine your energy and your person's energy astrology-wise when we have so many court cards here. This is significant with all these wands and the Princess of Wands in the center. I feel like the person watching this has the fire energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus under Mars, and or Mercury. And I feel like it's very likely that your person of interest has the air energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus under Mars, and or Mercury. They could also have some fire in their chart with the Knight of Wands. They could be a few years older than you. We have 2 of Cups and 6 of Cups. So definitely a spiritual connection. There's definitely resonance here. 7 of Wands and 8 of Wands. I feel like with those cards, 7 and 8 of Wands in the center, there is passionate communication. I feel like you are communicating at a distance. I see this as long distance, but plenty of communication. Similar to the first pile, it could be that your person of interest has a very stressful job, and when they aren't working, they like to unwind. Could be a social drinker. They could have a really busy social life. They like drinking with friends after work, maybe. But there is love here and there is potential. It's really positive, ending on the 4 of Wands. I don't need clarification for this pile, but I'll draw 3 cards for an energetic summation just to tie it all together. Please provide an energetic summation for this connection and 3 additional cards. Six of Cups, Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands. I feel like you will end up together, but I definitely see complications. For 2 more court cards to show up in an energetic summation, I would say for most of you, there probably are other people involved. Could be one or both of you is staying married because of status quo, because of kids, but the love you have found with each other is unlike any love you've ever known. And I feel like you do dream of the day when you can follow your heart and be with this person that you have tremendous resonance with. So that's pile 2. And if you chose pile 3, we have 3 of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, 4 of Wands, Page of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, the High Priestess, Queen of Wands, 7 of Cups, 3 of Cups. For this pile, it's not as clear cut as piles 1 and 2. But to have the 4 of Wands, which can indicate marriage, a solid, stable foundation, the foundation for a beautiful marriage. 4 of Wands over Ace of Pentacles, stability, again, a solid foundation for a marriage that lasts. There is potential here. There's a lot of chaos and there's a lot of ambivalence. And I'm just seeing a real lack of clarity. And of course, to have 3 of Wands and the 3 of Swords sandwiching the 4 of Pentacles, I would say there is a good chance that one or both of you is involved with someone else. There is pain here. This water in the center, 4 of Pentacles, refusing to let go. This lasting attachment. 4 of Pentacles over all this water. Page of Cups, the Hanged Man is Pisces. 7 of Cups, which I see as Pisces and Neptune energy. I call 7 of Cups clouds of confusion, not grounded in reality. Idolizing someone, putting someone on a pedestal, but not really seeing them as they are. It's the rose-colored glasses, basically. So there is love here, but there's also projection. So we have the Ace of Pentacles. That's good. That's a strong card, but I feel like this is future energy. This is potential that hasn't yet been realized. 4 of Pentacles, just being stuck in this dreaminess, this fantasy, fantasizing about how things could be. But all these 3s, 3 of Wands, 3 of Swords, 3 of Cups, I don't feel like you're on the same page here. I don't feel like you and your person of interest are equally invested, and I just don't see that any work is being done on this connection. For court cards, Queen of Wands, and I don't really regard the pages as court cards. It's more an energy. So I feel like the Queen of Wands is alone. Could be the person watching. You could have the fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or Mars, and or Mercury. A lot of water here. This quadrant, these 4 cards, the Hangman, Pisces, the High Priestess, it's Cancer, 3 of Cups, 7 of Cups. Wheel of Fortune is Sagittarius. I feel like your person of interest has big appetites. Could be an addict, sex addict, love addict, alcoholic, drug addict. Or it could be this person is just a raging extrovert with a very busy social calendar. Could be they make their friends top priority and they aren't in the space right now. I don't see this person being in the headspace for 4 of Wands and Ace of Pentacles. The Hangman in the center. Pisces energy is strong here. Water energy is strong. I feel like this person they're checked out in some way. They aren't rooted in reality. They are probably pretty self-absorbed. They're thinking of themselves and their best interest. And they just can't make up their mind about this connection. There's attachment here. You are energetically connected, but I don't see this person really showing up and doing the work necessary to take this to the 4 of Wands and Ace of Pentacles. Please provide an energetic summation for this connection and 3 additional cards. Nine of Cups. Swoon cake, divine sex, delicious. 9 of Swords. So, spiritual fulfillment, wish fulfillment, could be that you both idolize each other. Could be that the sex is delicious. And that's why you're in 4 of Pentacles. You can't let go because the sex is so good. 9 of Swords. Obsessive thinking. So there's a lot of feeling here. There's a depth of feeling. You're probably both in 4 of Pentacles. You can't let go of this. Could be obsessive thinking on both sides. But again, I just feel like you've got to ground this in reality at some point and inject some reality into the fantasy so you can have 4 of Wands and Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like right now your heads are just in the clouds. And it's definitely magical. This is a magical connection, but will you ever actually be sharing a space? Will you be sharing a home? Will you be doing mundane stuff together? The bills, the laundry, grocery shopping? I don't know. It's a big maybe for this pile. So that's pile 3. And if you chose pile 4, we have 9 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, Ace of Swords, Santa Muerte, that's death, Scorpio, 9 of Cups, the Empress, 10 of Cups, Mars and Pisces, 5 of Wands, Saturn and Leo, Princess of Cups, 10 of Wands, 7 of Swords, 3 of Swords. This is probably the trickiest pile of the 4. I don't really read the cards linear. I don't have any structure to my spreads. I don't say this is the beginning, this is, or this is the past, this is the present, this is the future. I read non-linear. I just read the cards in context. However, it is significant to me that we have 10 of Cups in the first row, 10 of Cups, 10 of Wands, and we have 3 of Swords in the last row. However, 2 10s and an ace, it could be that this is a really complicated connection and you've had cycles with this person. And it could be that you've had this a few times, the 3 of Swords, where your person of interest chose someone over you and hurt you deeply, but you've chosen to forgive this person maybe more than once, is what I'm picking up. I'll get clarification for this. Okay, for court cards, I don't think there are any court cards. The Princess of Cups. We have some feminine energy here. With Princess of Cups and the Empress, Venus is strong. So one or both of you could have Venus strong in your chart, a Venus that makes a lot of aspects, Venus rising, which would be Taurus or Libra rising. Or one or both of you could have Libra strong in your charts. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus under Mars and or Mercury. With the Empress, which is Venus, and all these swords, that's probably the case for a lot of you. You've got Venus or Libra in your charts. 9 of Cups in the center. Sandwich between the 5 of Cups and the 5 of Wands. Definitely third party at one point. In some decks, 7 of Swords is Moon in Aquarius, which is not a great place for the moon to be. That's a very detached moon. That's a moon that has trouble with emotional intimacy. It's not a warm and fuzzy, cuddly moon placement. And the 7 of Swords can be about coming in, going out. It can be about cheating. It can be about lying, deception. Someone who's just not all there. Someone who is not emotionally invested in a connection or in a relationship. You definitely want this with this person. You definitely want the 10 of Cups. the mythical happily ever after, domestic bliss. You've put in a lot of work already, a lot of energy and effort, believing, having faith, the Ten of Cups is possible with this person. There's transformation here with death. I feel like for most of you, you are in Nine of Pentacles when you're watching this. You are single, you're working on yourselves, your finances. It's likely your person of interest is with someone else. Five of Cups is about unrequited love. So we've got that pain, and we've got the Three of Swords. That's a lot of pain for one pile. Please provide an energetic summation for this connection in 3 cards. Two of Cups, King of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. So I was going to say no, you probably won't end up together because the Ten of Cups is nullified by all this other stuff. But with these cards for the energetic summation, that's super positive. King of Pentacles, the stable, devoted, faithful husband. The husband you can have spiritual and material abundance with. Two of Cups, Ace of Cups, unconditional love. Definitely a spiritual connection. I do feel like for this pile, there's Venus and Saturn. Like I've said before, in synastry, if you and your person of interest have any Venus-Saturn, it can be difficult, it can be challenging, but it can also mean that there will be endurance, longevity. One example would be if you both have Venus-Saturn in common, meaning in your chart you have a Venus-Saturn square, such as Venus at 11 degrees Aquarius and Saturn at 15 degrees Taurus. That's a square. And if your person has a similar square with Venus and Saturn in his or her natal chart, or if in synastry this person's Saturn aspects your Venus in any way. And I look at orbs. You want a tight orb 5 degrees or less for optimal results in synastry. So when you have Venus-Saturn with a partner, it does imply that the relationship can go the distance. Saturn is all about restriction, lessons, building character. Venus is all about love, balance, harmony, relationships, partnerships, marriage. So, short answer for pile 4, yes, you will end up together. And all the pain that you've had to endure to get to the Ten of Cups will be worth it. And that concludes this pick a card reading. Thank you all so much for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. Sending you massive love and light from San Antonio.